Wow, good afternoon YouTube. I was going to say welcome back to my Woodturning live. And say my name's Dan and I'm a beginner woodturner, and we've jumped on lives quite recently, and just to showcase and then demonstrate really some of the woodturning that I do on this record Power Corner Herald. And I just want to say a massive thank you to those who are supporting the channel. It's a brand new channel, brand new woodturning channel, and say I set the account up round about 3.5 weeks ago. We've got 1,900 subscribers already, which is incredible. Now today I've got a piece of dieback ash on the lathe here today, and as you can see from this end, I've got some really nice pinkish brownish tones coming through. So I'll be quite interested to see what's actually hiding in this log. We may actually turn this into a rimmed bowl, and I've only ever made one rimmed bowl in 18 months of my woodturning journey. I can say, but if you'd like to support the channel, you can say it is free. You can say any likes, comments, subscribers, it does mean the world to me. And but yeah, I'm not a tutor, I am not an expert, I'm just a beginner. So if you'd like to follow my journey as a beginner woodturner and see some of the things that I produce on this lathe, I was going to say it'd be very much appreciated. So basically we're going to start the lathe off on the lowest speed at 95 revs per minute. And but yeah, we're going to turn this into a beautiful piece. And saying, yeah, let's start this off. I'm going to say I am going to use the 1/2 inch bowl gouge to start with. It has been sharpened already, and we've had a bit of a clear up today in the workshop, getting rid of 1/2 ton sawdust, so which has been quite interesting. So, but we're going to gradually build up speed now. We're going to get this up to about 400, maybe 500 revs and see how the wood behaves. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 500 revs. Okay, 500 revs per minute. Okay, and 3 people in the room already. Welcome to the live. You can say my name's Dan and I'm a beginner woodturner. And today we're going to try and turn this into a decorative piece, into a more like a rimmed bowl. I've only ever made one, and in 18 months. A lot of the woodturning you'll see today, basically I've taught myself. I've had one lesson, and the rest of it, yeah, is everything I've picked up from watching YouTube videos. And hi there, buddy, welcome to the live. But yeah, as we said, we've jumped on over the last 3.5 weeks, and we've got to 1,900 subscribers in less than a month, which I think is absolutely incredible. 17 people in the room, welcome to the live. And yeah, so today it's a dieback ash, and it's another form of ash, and basically it's a type of fungus which kind of starts in ash really, and from what I can gather, and it stains the ash. So that's where it gets its name from, dieback. What is it? It's a wood lathe, buddy. It's a wood lathe, so that's half a log at the moment. So we're going to turn it into a nice decorative piece using the bowl gouge. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to support the channel. It does go a very, very long way. The account is brand new. I just want to say I'm not a tutor, I'm not an expert, I'm just a beginner at this stuff. I do make mistakes, you know, and they happen live. And what you'll see is how I learn from that mistake and kind of how I overcome it. So if that's kind of any interest, don't forget to support the channel. It is free and it does go a very long way. And yeah, we've made quite a bit of progress in such a short space of time. So I'm very, very grateful to every single person that's supporting the channel, with likes, comments, subscribers, etc. But yeah, we'll crack on. I'm going to say, and we'll see how we get on with it today. Now we do stop and start the lathe as we go around the log basically, and so just to show you my progress and where we're going with it, because woodturning is not easy. There is a particular skill, there is a type of technique to it. So for 18 months I was actually running the wrong technique. So yeah, and I improve with every single piece that I put on my lathe. So if that's any interest, don't forget to support the channel. It does go a very, very long way. And it's very heartfelt. $243 people in the room already. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to my live. This is a brand new account, so I'm literally just finding my feet on YouTube at the moment. But so far, it's going very, very well, and I really appreciate all the support. stop there a minute. We're at 495. I know it looks like it's spinning incredibly at the moment, but we're only about halfway on speed. So we will get a lot quicker, a lot faster than that. So, but hi, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I'm going to say it, if anybody's got any questions, fire away. This is a piece of dieback ash, Dragon. I was going to say it's another form of ash, but it's got very pinkish tones in it, and yeah, it can look very, very pretty if turned properly. So, but yeah, we'll see how we get on with it. The grain is already starting to come through, so we'll get a good idea and a good indication basically. Once we get some form, some shape going, and once we remove this bark, it'll look a lot prettier. But yeah, it's going to say it's yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon how the channel's going so far. Absolutely over the moon. And a lot of people know I'm a very humble guy, and yeah, I demonstrate as much as I can with my wood turning just to show people how it's done and how well, not how it's done, but how I do it really. So, but yeah, I've only been wood turning 18 months, so I have fun with it. I have great fun with it. Just clean that centre up there. 11 likes already. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you very, very much. I've only just started turning, we've got 11 likes. Thank you very, very much. Would you believe it or not, I've just got rid of half a ton of sawdust, and yeah, and I'm already making a ton more. So we've got there, I was going to say, hi buddy, welcome to my live. Now, as you can see, we've got that back actually nice and clean. So what I want to try and do now is tackle these sides. Okay, I've already removed the corners just to make life a little bit easier really. And yeah, I was going to say, so we're just going to crack on basically. We may speed up actually. I know we're at 495 at the moment, but we've got much more room for speed there. So, but yeah, if you're new to my lives, I was going to say it's, I enjoy wood turning. I turn an awful lot of stuff, from fruit bowls to decorative items to vases, platters, that kind of thing really. So if that's any kind of interest, don't forget to support the channel. It is free. It is free. So, but yeah, it does go a very long way. It's very, very heartfelt. So, but yeah, I'm going to speed up. I'm going to speed up. I'm going to get out of the way of it just in case. Okay, 600 revs. 600 revs. Could go a lot faster than that. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop it there a second. I just want to bring this tool rest up a tad, just a tad. So it seems a little bit low at the moment. But for those that don't know, I taught myself most of the stuff I know about wood turning, and some of it where I make mistakes does happen live. And yeah, say good morning, Arami. Nice to see you back in the live, buddy. Arami is always welcome in my lives. He's always there. He's quite engaging. I like to have a bit of banter. I like to have a chat while we're turning. So where's everybody from? Where is everybody from? You're saying that I'm from Wales in the UK, and yeah, right next to England. So, but yeah, I was going to say if you enjoy wood turning, want to learn more, want to know more, I was going to say don't forget to support the channel. We're nearly at 2,000 subscribers in 3.5 weeks, which is crazy. But thank you so much to everybody who's supporting the channel. So much. British ash is another type of one of our hardwoods. Very hard. Very hard to cut. But you can see from this ring as I'm coming around now, I'm going to say it's just knocking the corners off and, well, trying to make it round as possible. The moment we'll go oval, then we'll go round, okay? And then we'll start hollowing it out. So, but yeah, it's... Oh, Oscar, welcome to my channel, buddy. I was going to say, nice to have you here, buddy. If you got any questions, I was going to say, you fire away, buddy, and I'll try and help out as much as I can. What I'm using here is a record power Coronet Herald, and I can get 14-inch bowls over the top of the bed. Okay, if I rotate the headstock round, okay, I can get 21 inches over the side. Hi, no one. You say welcome back, buddy. I'm going to say I thought I'd jump onto it this morning. It's going to say I've got a very busy afternoon, so yeah, I'm going to try and fire this one out there. We are, I think, about 100 away or 98 away from 2,000 subscribers, which is incredible. Incredible. Thank you very, very much to everybody who supported me. It really does go a long way. Check those handles. What's that, Rami? I am a fan of groovy, cool folks creating and crafting cool stuff. Keep on doing what you're doing. You'll always get a like from me. Thank you very much, Rami. Really appreciate it, buddy. Really appreciate it. It does go a long way. You know, I'm a very humble guy, so it's yeah, any support is much appreciated. When I first started woodturning, a lot of people were trying to put me off and telling me basically I shouldn't be on a lathe and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Here I am. But yeah, as like I said before in my lives, if we're learning anything, we start at the beginning. We make mistakes, and yeah, and just try to ignore the haters, the keyboard warriors and stuff. So, but yeah, I crack on really, just crack on and try and learn as much as I can from every single piece. Hi Michelle, is that Michelle? Hi Michelle, welcome to my live. So I am a beginner woodturner, and I like creating stuff and making stuff and learning from my mistakes, and I know Harold. So basically it's when because it's so heavy and the belts are trying to slow the lathe down basically when I stop it. Yeah, it gives me this kind of like this beep to tell me basically it's the motor basically just trying to cope with the weight and the speed of it coming from 600 to 0. So, but yeah, we're doing okay. Like I say, I got rid of half a ton of sawdust this morning. Half a ton, too much. Hey, yes, I was going to say it's yeah, I was going to say I'm quite a distance away from Scotland. I'm in Wales, but yeah, it's I thought my brother and sister did the NC 500, which is all the way around, isn't it? So I like driving. There's not that much driving. 25 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. anybody's interested in supporting my wood turning journey, watching me learn, I was going to say it is free. Don't forget to support the channel. It does go a very, very long way. I really do appreciate all the support I can get. I was told not to go on YouTube, then also I was told not to go on a lathe. But here I am. So, but yeah, trying to learn as much as I can really. So, but yeah, you'll see with Dieback ash, it has these patches of pinks and browns in it. It's really, really pretty wood, and I've got a stack of it. So, but yeah, I'll show you and talk you through it as I go. And but yeah, as you can see, like I said, the channel's brand new, man, brand new. But we're nearly at 2,000 subscribers, nearly at 2,000, which is incredible. It's got 543, okay, 543 revs. We could speed up. But what I'm going to do, shan't I? Yeah, I shall. I'm going to swap over to my 3/8 a minute. I'm just going to swap over to my 3/8. So, but again, any type of ash, it dulls tools very, very quickly. So you've got to keep these razor sharp, razor sharp. 603, okay, 603 grams. I've got a dog, right, and if my workshop door is open by a millimetre, and he comes in and I don't really notice, you'll find the biggest pile of sawdust you find. And usually, when I don't know where he is, he's usually in here, lying in sawdust. And he gets absolutely covered, absolutely covered. And then he'll leave and he'll go off into the house and you'll just make a mess, make a mess. So you can see we're starting to get round now, okay? It's gone from oval to round, but it does start off as half a log. So, but yeah, we're going to keep cracking on anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for 32 likes. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much. Sure, that was 20 a minute ago. 33. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. See, wood turning is one of those things. It's a journey, you know, it's a journey. And I always say every day is a school day on this lathe, every day. You can say, can you see this patch here? You can say, this is where the ash is. You can see the dye. See the darker patches as it comes around here. This is where it gets its name from, dieback. You can say dieback ash. Yeah, it's some fungus which grows in the wood. But somebody said to me in the live the other day, why don't you just leave some bark on? And I said, I've done it before. I've done it before, and I left it. And it just went really brittle, and then it just started flaking off and breaking off, and it just totally ruined the aesthetics of the bowl, and didn't look very pretty. So I learned from my experience, take it off. But yeah, welcome everybody, welcome everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, it is free. It does go a very, very long way, and it does mean the world to me. So if you'd like to see me progress on YouTube, progress as a wood turner, you say, it is very heartfelt and it does go a very long way. I hope it's not too noisy there on your end, but it does get loud in here. It does get noisy in here, but not as noisy when I put the extractor But yeah, ash is one of my favourite types of timber to turn. So is oak. Ash and oak are very similar, very dense, very hardwoods, you know, and they take a bit of beating. But we'll see how we get through this log now. And yeah, it's going to look, when I actually create that form. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. I am a beginner. I'm learning, okay? I am learning, okay? So, one of them, I'm not professional. I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be. I'm just learning, okay? So, but yeah, we crack on. We learn from every single piece. Whether or not it looks rubbish or not, I've learned something from it, okay? I've learned something from it. So, for those kind of comments, buddy. As my mum says, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, right? So, but yeah, we'll crack on. See comments like that, I think to myself, why comment? Are you going to write something like that? I know people are entitled to their own opinion, but yeah, it doesn't really matter anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me anyway. But yeah, I was going to say 1,900 subscribers in 3.5 weeks. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So, thank you to every single one of you, okay? Every single one of you. See how it's looking. Just getting rid of that bark at the moment. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I'm going to attempt the push cut. Let's come round here to remove that one. I'm going to say and see how we get on. We'll see how we get on. All right. That went smooth. That went a lot smooth. Nice one, Ryan. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. I was going to say, yeah, it's yeah, I've got no time for negativity anyway. For anybody wondering, after this goes public, I don't really like negative. Well, negative comments are negative, aren't they? So, never mind. Hi, Mike. How are you, buddy? Or just trolls, Mike. Or just trolls. Never mind. Exactly. Exactly. Living the dream. And I say it's yeah, a lot of people just kind of jump in and they can have their pennies worth, you know. And I'm sure everyone's attached to their own opinion, but some opinions, like when somebody gave me some really nasty comments in one of my videos, I was like, firstly, I've got to value your opinion. Well, you expect it to like hurt the feeling as well. Not really. Exactly. Trolling. That's what he's doing. Never mind. Hi, Matt. Mahmood. Welcome to the live, buddy. Welcome to the live. I'm going to stop there a minute because I just want to get a good idea, because I've got to put a rim in here somewhere. First, I need to create that shape, that form. And then what I'll probably do with a piece of carbide, I'll create the rim at the top end, which you'll see basically when I flip it round. You can see, I don't know if you can see here, it's starting to get a bit pinkish tones. What's that, Mike? Some people live to make other people's lives hell, sadly. But when you put other people down, it just says a lot about them, really, not about me, because I'm the one who's trying to do my best and learn. I don't come on here with any exaggeration that I'm some kind of expert, or you can slate my work all you want, really, but it's me that's trying. It's me that's trying to learn, yeah. So, but yeah, sadly, man, some people just, I don't know, some people are just weird. Sorry. What's that? 48 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One of my first lives, for those who don't know, basically, I was turning a bowl, and trust me, it came off the lathe at speed, and it was quite heavy. It didn't go flying. It just boom, sat on the bed, and I thought, don't do that again. And then exactly 5 minutes later, the same thing happened live. So I do make mistakes. It's how I overcome that. You know what I mean? It's how I overcome the mistake and what I learn from it, and try to tell myself, don't do that again. Like, use rubber screws and speed up. 730 revs. Went pretty quickly, that, okay? 730. So if anybody would like to support the channel and watch my YouTube journey, my wood turning learning process, really, as you can say, I really appreciate any support that's out there. It does go a very long way. It's very heartfelt. 1,900 subscribers, nearly 2,000 subscribers in 3.5 weeks is massively appreciated. Massively. Just checking it. So yeah, I had one lesson right at the beginning of my woodturning journey, and just to understand things like tool placement, technique, and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and the rest I just kind of started binge watching YouTube. So yeah, I fun with it. It's not every piece goes to plan, not every piece goes, but This one seems to be getting somewhat there. Somewhat. How are we looking? There's our gander. Oh, it's nearly there, it's nearly gone. Nearly gone. Salvers door. British ash. Dieback ash. So it's the type of hardwood that grows in the UK. It grows a lot around us. It's great timber to turn. Very, very hard. Very, very hard. But I'm just going to sharpen up my bowl gouge, okay? Like I said, regular sharpening is always required when turning any hardwoods. Any hardwoods. Right, let's get this in the Sorby. Robert Sorby plough edge. And it's quick as anything to sharpen. Alright. Nearly 600 people in the room. Wow. Thank you so much to all the support. Thank you to everybody. Welcome to my live. So yeah, 53 likes. Much appreciated, everybody. Much appreciated. See, a lot of people wanted to see me fail right at the beginning, which was really sad, really sad. And I just wanted to learn as much as possible, so I just kept practicing and practicing and practicing. And I went from that, which is a carbide job, to this. So decent sized fruit bowl, and that's spalted ash, okay, and it's got a lot of different markings, and but yeah, I was going to say I mean, I wouldn't get like this if I didn't practice as enough as I could. What's that, Charles? All the ash trees in our area have died off due to the Asian invasive green ash borer. Yeah, I was going to say locally to us, I was going to say we're very, very lucky. We're very lucky. You say there was a lot of the Scandinavian pine trees, which are very local to us. They all had to be absolutely chopped down, every single one of them, because yeah, whatever it was killing off everything around it, which was a nightmare. Nightmare, I was going to say, but it really changed the landscape. And because here in mid Wales, I'm surrounded by mountains, forests, rivers, lakes. Yeah, and it really changed the outlook of the landscape. It was really sad, but they went in and found the whole lot, which was incredible. It just looked like a bare landscape. It was really weird. Hi Bob, welcome to the live, buddy. You say my name's Dan, and I am a beginner wood turner, mate. And I've learnt most of what I turn really from watching YouTube and having one lesson. The rest of it is history. So we've got that tiny bit to remove now, and then we're going to tenon, shoe, put a rim on it, flip it round. And we'll see how it looks really. But 35 minutes in, I'm not doing too bad. 476 people in the room. Wow. 59 likes. Thank you very, very, very much. Very, very much. 60. Okay. Thank you very much. Does mean a lot. I think my highest target on live likes is about 200, which was, I was absolutely stoked, man. I was like, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Couldn't thank people enough, because the more people who like the video, the more YouTube actually shows it, which I actually learned recently, so which I didn't know. So if you enjoy wood turning, want to see more, learn more, that stuff, learn with me, watch my progress, support the channel. It is free, it doesn't cost anything for a click. It's just a click to you, but it means a lot to me, a lot to me. One of my friends said to me, he says, why don't you just pre-record it, Dan? And then basically you can edit out all the mistakes. And so what would be the point in that? I was going to say, just proves I'm human, proves I make mistakes. How you learn from it. How you learn from it. Well, we did a vase the other day, didn't we? I keep looking at it and I'm thinking, I know I can do better. I know I can do better. This is actually made out of oak. But yeah, I was going to say it took me a lot of lessons of this piece did. But oak's beautiful, very similar to ash. But yeah, it was quite a nice piece. It's quite a nice piece, but it did teach me a lot. I even went out there and bought the extension bed to my lathe so I can get the tailstock out of there. So, because when I was actually coming in to hollow it out with a Forstner drill bit and a Jacob's chuck, the tailstock was in my way. So we got the extension bed, and we also got an extension bar to be able to get into the bottom of the vase. So, but yeah, with the Forstner drill bit on the end. But yeah, as I say, wood turning, it's one of those hobbies that, yeah, nothing seems to be ever cheap, you know. But I've always said it, you buy cheap, you buy twice. Mistakes it never lasts. And we removed it. We have removed it. I was going to say, and yeah, we're going to put a tenon on now. You can see the staining now as it's coming through. It'll stand well. It'll stand out a lot more once it's been sanded and I put a finish on it. And the finishes I tend to use are all food safe because I just don't know what's going to happen to the bowl. I give them away to friends, I give them to family, give them to charity. Yeah, I can say it, and I've made a ton of them. A ton of them. I practice a lot. So, get that carbide out, roughing tip, put the tenon on, put the shoe on, feather that back into the form of the bowl, rim. Don't forget the rim, Dan. Don't forget the rim. Tenon. Make that smaller. Do need to get another tip. Shoot. Sure, let's go blood. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's get the 3/8 back out a second because I want to feather that over. So I've given myself a flat base there. Just feather that back in. Keep it nice and Nice and circular. Clean that tenon up. And that's good. I may actually give away one of my pieces, you know. I may do. Once I hit a certain subscriber count. Nearly at 2,000, I think. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people with carbide, buddy, with Charles. Yeah, a lot of people swear by it, and I think with traditional tools and carbide, I think they have their place. And I use both, you know, because I started on carbide, moved up to traditional. But like I said, they have their uses, they have their place in the workshop. So because they are very, very handy, very, very handy. Took me a lot of work to understand the technique using the bowl gouge, etc. So we're going to use the skew now. I'm going to say just to square that off, square that tenon off, and square that shoe off really. So don't want any bumpy, lumpy bits. So lock that, lock that. See, I still think it's a bit big. I still think that tenon's a little bit big, you know. You say, I've never turned mahogany, by the way, Charles. What's that like? You say, well, that's rock hard. It's rock hard. I did get some seasoned oak ones. Been drying for about 2 years. Honestly, God, it was like cutting through steel. It was incredibly hard. Like I said, I've only been woodturning for like less than 2 years, and I've learned an awful lot, and I continue to learn all the time. Like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? So yeah, I'm always prepared to learn from every piece, every single one. Very, very light with that carbide, you know, because I don't want to remove tons of timber, so I have to reshape it. Okay, I've got that rim. In there. And I square that off. So what I'd like to turn, Charles, what I'd really like to turn is walnut. Walnut looks amazing. Amazing. I'm going to say I saw some finished on YouTube not long ago and I was like, wow, that stuff looks beautiful. Trying to get it here in Wales is incredibly difficult, but yeah, I've seen it on eBay for sale and stuff, but it's expensive. And to get a big blank of walnut is pretty expensive. Still not happy with that rim, you know. It goes about 800 revs. 807. $74 likes. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much. Just sharpen my 3/8 bowl gouge a minute, okay? Because, like I said, ash, oak, anything like that really, any of the hardwoods, God, they can dull tools very quickly, very, very quickly. In fact, I want to tidy this rim, I'm really not happy with it. I might have to just take it out. We'll see. Yeah, taking it out. Taking it out. So bored. Where have you been, man? I had some trolls earlier, mate. You weren't being very particularly nice, so wondering where you were. Bored is one of my moderators. Am I always in the shop? Not always, mate. Not always. I went for a walk this morning after Storm Amy, and a lot of the trees in my local woodland flattened. Nice. What lathe have you got, Charles? Don't break it. I'll try not to. I was going to say we're nearly at 2,000 subscribers, which is incredible. Incredible. Thank you, Board. Appreciate that, buddy. See, I've got one of my mentors on YouTube, and tens of thousands of followers, subscribers, and it's like, wow, it's looking like a bit of a cauldron, huh? But yeah, I got rid of that rim. Wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with it. I'm just going to give it a quick sand while it's on this side, okay? Just a quick sand. And yesterday I had my 3M VersaFlow on, and yeah, everyone kept saying to me it looks like a space helmet. It's very similar to a space helmet. You can say it just pumps air into the helmet for me, so I breathe. Right, let's get an 80 grit. What I am going to do actually, do that. Tries to lock the sanding pad in there, and I undone it. What an umpty. So yeah, I picked up these 80 grit 2-inch sanding discs, only for a few quid, and they're not bad. They just wear down very, very quickly. So the one I did it for sanding. So I've just missed that. Sorry, buddy. Right, okay, I'll get in touch with you, boys. I'll get in touch with you. 80 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, especially when I'm standing. I'm going to say, because sometimes it can get a bit nuts. Can we get to 100? 20 to go. I will check it out, board. I'll definitely check it out. I'll drop you an email this afternoon, buddy. Yeah, this has got variable speed, Charles. Okay, good. I've got variable speed on here, as I can say, and I've also got a mini Axminster lathe, which I started on, and that's taught me a lot of the basics, and that's variable speed as well from Axminster. Great lathe, great lathe. But yeah, I was going to say, it's I didn't always have the record power Coroner Herald. I started on a little one, and then I had a lesson. Thailand, welcome to Wales, Thailand. Yeah, and then I had one lesson on the it'll come to me in a second. Big old lathe. Can't remember. Do you know what I want? I want a one-way lathe. That's what I want. I want a one-way lathe. But you're talking £5 grand. £5 grand. And you need a crane to lift it. It's a beautiful lathe. We can put some big pieces on it. Big pieces. I get 14 inches over the bed on this. And if I rotate the headstock, work over the bed with the outrigger, I get 21 inches. Well, you know, somebody's got a one way. Very lucky. Very lucky. They're very expensive. Very heavy. Very heavy. Right. Turn that faceplate off. Okay. Let's turn that down a second. A little bit running on true, isn't it? That looks all right. Let's have a look. Yeah, one-way shocks aren't cheap, buddy. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Now, I'm going to true this up. We're going to true it up. But first things first, let me just sharpen this to the 8s, okay? Told you before, regular sharpening on out. I need to change the belt on my Robert Sorby there. It's starting to go down. Right, let's true this up. £600. Oh, nice to see you, Robin. Nice to see you, Robin. Welcome back to the live, buddy. Welcome back to the live. Home workout. You could have come here this morning. I had half a ton of sawdust to remove. Heavy when you got that much. How's that looking now? I think that's running through now, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank God. Yeah, I was going to say half a ton of it is it's pretty hefty when it's in one big massive sack. and it's dusty. And it's very dusty. Right, we're 719 revs here. Say, just going to clean the face up, okay? Just give it a nice clean up there. $237 people in the room. Welcome to my live, everybody. Welcome to my live. 87 likes. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. I used to try and hollow out like about 400 revs, and it was just like making a mess, but I'm getting better. $88 likes. Thank you so much. Ooh, don't slip. Hi there, buddy. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live. I think some people know this, but a lot of people who are new to my lives are going to say I got bored, absolutely bored during lockdown, during the COVID days. Couldn't go anywhere, couldn't do anything, couldn't see anybody. And I just got really binge watching loads of wood turning, and then I thought I'm going to try and learn this. And yeah, I was going to say I started watching so much of it. I thought I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to give it a try. And yeah, and I just started getting into it that way, and then we got locked down again. Hopefully those days are gone. $91 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Clean that up a minute. Have we passed it? Oh, thank you for letting me know, Robin. Much appreciated, everybody. Really appreciate that. It does go a very long way. My account is practically brand new, and yeah, all the support is massively appreciated. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to get deeper now, okay? See, I'm still not confident hollowing with a 1/2 inch. I just find it really aggressive. And the last time I got a really big catch using the 1/2 inch, and yeah, it took me by surprise, and yeah, I didn't lose my confidence on it, but I thought there's a time and a place with a 1/2 inch. not when hollowing, not yet anyway. Yeah. 95 likes. I think once it hits 100, YouTube's like, oh, people do want to watch it then. Yeah, it gets promoted more, I think. Don't count me on that, I'm not a YouTube expert. Andy man, welcome to my live, buddy. Welcome to my live. Have I got a... Yes, I have. I've got a tiny little that stuff, sawdust on the lens. Sorry, my apologies. Sorry if my arm's getting in the way. I'm going to say it's, yeah, I need to work on my camera placement. I'm going to tidy that rim up, okay? I'm going to tidy it up a little tad, okay? I did a piece similar to this not long ago, and I took the tenon off it, and I went back to it afterwards, and I looked at the piece, and I thought I should have left that tenon on and done more work on it. So this piece I'm going to learn from. Let me just turn down the speed a little bit. I find if it's too fast, I slip, even when supporting it. Likes, thank you, 100, thank you very, very, very much, very, very much, really do appreciate that, thank you very much. When I said to my other half, I might go on YouTube, and she said, why not? I don't know, maybe I was just worried about not getting it right. Look at that dieback now, can you see very, very well there? That dieback's now really starting to come through. It's got some really distinctive colour and patterns in here, so this is going to look really cool when I put a polish on it, when I put a finish on it. But I'm probably going to put some oil on it, not that Hampshire Sheen stuff, because it smells awful, 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 awful. Definitely to sort these walls out. These are a little bit thick. Thank you, board. Thank you, board. Much appreciated, buddy. Much appreciated. Yeah, I was getting trolled earlier, board. I was going to say it was pretty. It wasn't very nice, but I think he went pretty soon after. So. You know what the highest was, don't you, board? It was 200, yeah. But that was the bowl that actually made me look like a complete beginner. And yeah, everything that could have gone wrong, it did go wrong. For everybody's watching, Board is one of my moderators, well, my moderator, I was going to say, and he looks after the trolls. Yeah, totally, mate. That's why I come on lives instead. I mean, it'd be very easy for me to just pre-record it and take away all the mistakes and stuff like that, so you don't see where I mess up. But yeah, we're only human, mate. I was going to say, and I try and inspire as many people as I can. You know, I was even asked one day when I do lessons, and I said, lessons. I wouldn't trust myself giving a lesson. That's why I say to people on the lives, you know, I'm not an expert. This is not a tutorial. I'm trying my best to learn as much as I can and to show you where I make mistakes and how I improve from it, really. But that's really kind of you, Robin. Really appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. No, it's all right. It's all right, buddy. I'm going to say it's I mean, it's very easy to pre-record it, and like I said, just make myself look like a pro when I'm not. But I try and learn as much as I can, really. Trying to learn as much as I can. And the only way for me to learn is just keep practicing. Just keep practicing. We're still running 660 revs there, so. Whoop. 105 likes. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. But yeah, anybody who wants to support my journey on YouTube, it's really, really appreciated. Like I said, I don't try and pretend I'm this expert pro kind of wood turner. And I just want people to watch how I do it, really. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes things make a right mess, but yeah, I just try and do what I can, really. Try and do what I can. One day I went out to go and get a load of logs, and yeah, got my chainsaw out, and it was after Storm Dieback that hit the UK, and yeah, and I got my chainsaw out, chopped this tree down, well, not down, but it was already fallen down, it already felled. I chopped it up into bowl blanks, got it back to my workshop, got in touch with one of my friends, and said, I've got loads of this wood here. And he came round and he said, oh my God, Dan, that's a willow, mate. And any wood turning knows willow is pain to turn. It's horrible stuff, awful stuff to turn. So I've still got some of it in the shed, but it's okay when it's dry. It can look very pretty, but it stinks when it's still wet. So yeah, I can't wait till it's gone. But I've just had a massive delivery of Dieback ash, oak, and some beech in there and stuff. So quite interested to see what's there and what we can get through. "109 likes. Thank you very, very much to everybody. Thank you so much. Somebody said to me in the live the other day that YouTube's putting ads over my live, and I was like, are they? And he said, yeah. I said, I don't even know. I said, I'm just turning, you know. But no, I didn't know it, that there were ads being shown. Not at all. But that's YouTube doing its thing, I suppose. trying to thin these walls out a little bit. I have just ordered some round tip carbides because they are really, really good at getting in that bottom curve there. Oh, some tool marks in there, we need to get rid of them. Tuck them in. We just resharpen it a second. Just resharpen, 1 second. So when my other half bought me the Robert Sobby Pro Edge sharpening system, over the moon, man, sharpens gouges in seconds. I was using a bench grinder, which was burning my steel down fast and I could put the gouge next to the wood. It was, yeah, wasn't very good. Was very good. Oh God, I've realised the comments have stopped here. Oh, there we go. Oh Dave, you're back, buddy. You're back, buddy. This is Dieback Ash, mate. Still haven't weighed your bowl yet, but I'm going to. There's this type of staining which is in the wood basically when it gets fouled for lots of reasons, but I'll show you in a second once I put some oil on it. Oh, that's much better. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I don't want to go too deep because I'll turn this into a funnel if I'm not careful. Right, okay, I'm quite pleased with the walls. They're kind of like, I can explain it. Because obviously it's more the cauldron. They're actually coming in a lot thinner. I've taken quite a lot of material off there, so all I'll do is just clean the base up here and then give it a good sand, 80, 120, 240, and we'll put a lovely finish on it. But thank you so much to every single one of you staying with the live today. I haven't turned a bottle stopper yet. I might do though. I might do. I've got a pen mandrel, but the whole pen making kit thingy, I'll probably lose it in my sawdust everywhere. So, pretty organised guy, but yeah, but I have it losing things. So, and one of the things I did lose for quite a while was the chuck key. That's why it stays close by now. But yeah, that was a nightmare. What a nightmare. It took me ages to find it. Be really gentle now with these cuts because I don't want to remove loads of material. I just want to clean it up. So I just want to keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on it. This little raised lump here, just here. The rest of it's nice and smooth, nicely cut. A little bit of tear out going on, but ash is renowned for tear out. And there's pinkness. You can't really see it in a minute, but when I show you, you'll see. Has these pink and brown tones in Dieback ash, and some of the markings will be really cool. Really cool. I am craving. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. 120 likes. Thank you so much. Wow, right. One day I had this little lump in the bottom of the bowl, and every time I tried to remove it, I just kept going deeper and deeper and deeper, and in the end I turned into a funnel, and I was like, oh my god, I could have kicked myself. Could have really kicked myself. Right. Still there a little bit. Just a little bit. See 2 sugars. See no sugar. No sugar. I used to take 3 sugars in my tea, then 2, then 1, then none. And I haven't taken sugar in my tea for a long time. This tastes like sweet water. Been using decent tea bags. Decent tea bags. For some reason, the chat seems to like, you know what it did the other day? Where I couldn't see anybody's comments. Got an idea what it's doing now, but I've heard that saying before, but I was going to say it's, yeah, it's a lot of people kind of like, one of my friends, he takes like 5 sugars in his tea. I'm like, next time you want to come for a cup of tea, man, you come to the shop, bring a bag of sugar. Just clean it up just a little tad. There's nothing worse when you finish a bowl, you take the tenon off and you look at it later and you're thinking, damn it, I should have dealt with that. That's it, I've got it now. I did say I was going to bring my compressor in, didn't I? To clean the inside up. But I find with tear out, if you run it forwards and then run it back, I was going to say, it tends to get rid of it quite nicely. Right, I was going to say, let's have a sand. Right, apologies in advance, okay? Apologies in advance. I need to put my space helmet on, as people call it. It's a 3M VersaFlow, and they're very, very good, but expensive. Help me breathe. How do I remove the tenon? Well, I did buy some cold jaws from Temu, and I used to put it in the cold jaws, and then I realised how rubbish they were. So what I tend to do then is just cut it off, and then sand it with an orbital sander on the shoe, and then coat it. But yeah, I want to get myself some Longworth cold jaws, because they're meant to be very good. So yeah, ways and means. Ways and means. Alright, let's get some sandpaper. I'm putting this on instead of the extractor, so I can put the air cleaner on actually. Yeah, let's put the air cleaner on. We'll put that. Shall we? It may jump. 1 second. going to whack this in reverse a minute. A tiny bit of tear out on the end grain. We'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. There we are. Flat. I want it towards me, so I'm going to power sand it on that inside end grain there, just so I can let's see how that's looking in a minute. Well, that got it. That got it. So let's just blast it on the outside. One quick blast. Remember, man, don't let that wood warm up, Dan. Maybe 800 revs and there I am blasting it away. Yeah, that's got it. Right, let's turn off this first flow. I'll put that there a second. Right, yeah, we are going to put a coat of tongue oil on this. I want to get my hands on some beeswax and linseed oil. Somebody mentioned that the other day. I'd like to give that a try. Hola. 144 likes. Wow. Wow. Thank you very, 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 very much. Very much. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. Thank you very, very much. Right, we're not going to put any finish on it with spinning like that. I was going to say, well, don't want the slow revs. See how shine already? Straight away. That's why I like tongue oil. A really beautiful, beautiful beautiful finish to it. Just 44 likes. Thank you so, so much. So, so much. I need to pinch some more of my other house tea towels, not tea towels, pillowcases, because yeah, they work wonders. They work wonders. Dry rag? That'll do. Get that back off again. Beautiful. Thank you, Robin, mate. I'll show you what I mean by dieback now. And the pinkish tones that displays when you get into it. It's really distinctive, really distinctive. I think it just gives the piece character, gives a bit of colour. Need to find a hook for that. There's the flow. When I first started turning Dieback ash, and I was getting these pink tones coming through and stuff. I thought it was tearing out, and for ages I was trying to remove it. The more I tried to remove it, the more it kept coming through, and I was just like, got to ask somebody. Yeah, it's part of the wood. Nice shape, isn't it? You can see the dieback now. So you've got the ash, and then you've got the heart of the wood, and then inside, see where the dieback comes from. Really distinctive. So that's a nice little piece. Yeah, these pinkish tones. You see them here coming through? Yeah, I used to drive me mad thinking, why can't I get rid of it? It was what type of wood is it? This is dieback ash. It's part of the ash family, obviously. But yeah, it takes its name from the staining it gets, basically. And usually a lot of people don't turn it, or they try to avoid turning it, but I think it's absolutely stunning. This stuff's beautiful. Beautiful, as Brendan Matthews would say. Thank you very much, Robin. Really appreciate that, buddy. But yeah, the staining, it's way different. Way different. So, I've got another piece of ash. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. The standard ash, didn't have there. Standard ash, it's just got those really flowing grains, those really beautiful characteristics, like it's a pattern. Same kind of similar thing going on, but see the difference? One has the staining, and that's where it takes its name, dieback ash. So, but yeah, I want to remove the tenon anyway. Whoever asked me that, it turned quite nice. I leave the foot on, and then it just sits there basically. So, but yeah, I don't think I do a bad job considering that it gets cut off. But yeah, that's dieback ash, and if you measure it, I do like having that extension bed on the lathe, you know, really do. Don't look at something which is already in your pocket, Dan. It's 7 1/4 inches wide and 3 1/2 high. So it's 7 1/4 by 3 1/2 high. So it's not a bad little size. Nice little decorative piece, if that makes sense. But yeah, anybody who's been in my live today, who's new to my lives, basically my name's Dan. I am a beginner wood turner. I am not an expert. I make mistakes, and basically I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to the over 2,000 subscribers in Dieback. Yeah, Dieback. Yeah, does sound Welsh, doesn't it? Dieback ash. Dieback ash. That's what they call it. But yeah, I was going to say to get to over 2,000 subscribers in under a month is a massive, massive, massive achievement. Massive achievement. I never even thought I'd get 50, let alone 2,000. So I appreciate every single one of you, especially the ones who keep coming back, watching me waffle along and talk my way through. And yeah, I mean, it gives me that motivation, and it inspires me to come back all the time to make new stuff. We have done those vases, we've done the bowls. I may do a platter at some point. I did one of my platters not long ago. Oops. Well, I did do it. Platter, but look at the shape of it. I left it in the sun. I left it in the sun, and look what happened. It's like a wonky plate. So, yeah, it's a lesson. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. So, but yeah, thank you so much to every single one of you who've joined my live today. It's been really, really appreciated, and it does mean the world to me. The likes, the comments, the subscribers, the feedback I get, basically, it all goes a very, very long way. And I've learned an awful lot in the last 18 months, from incorrect tool placement, incorrect technique, the way I've mounted wood in the past. But yeah, just lots and lots of mistakes, and every mistake has just taught me something about wood turning. Like I said, I've been doing this less than 2 years, and it's just been an incredible journey. And I love wood turning. I know I still have an awful lot of stuff to learn, an awful lot. And but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there together. I was going to say, but if you do subscribe to the channel, it will notify you next time I go live. And but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed me messing things up, getting things right. But yeah, thank you to every one of you who support the channel. I was going to say, whether that's a like, a comment, or a subscribe, goes a very, very long way. But I hope you all have a great day. I was going to say, and I've got a lot of cleaning up to do after I've already cleaned up. But we'll clean up again. But yeah, I was going to say, hope you all have a great day. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea, no sugar. And yeah, we shall be back very, very soon. I was going to say, I've got a very busy afternoon. So, but yeah, whatever you're doing, hope you have a great day. God bless. Stay safe. And I shall see you back on the other side. But thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.